But yeah, today we are reviewing this movie. What I think of it? Well, let's just say, I gotta tell you, I'm a hard man to hate. I'm that type of guy who doesn't care what people think. I don't care what critics think. I don't care what my friends think. Even though I'm just one guy who talks to nobody. Except for that gun right over there and the hammer. So, the only person who gets out of this house is my boss. The only time I actually went out was at Everest. But that being said, a lot of you probably think, but a lot of you want me to stop messing about, and a lot of you want me to say, and a lot of you are probably saying, stop messing about. You read the film part. So with that being said, this movie, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, is really not bad. It wasn't bad. Bring in the comments if there's ever gonna be a comment. But yeah, I don't hate this movie. Doesn't mean I like it, but that doesn't mean I hate it. So, if I was to give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, I could say it's somewhat down and somewhat up. Yeah. There's some good things about this movie, but there's also bad things about this movie. Let's just get to the story. Okay, so the film opens, we see this narration by Splinter, and telling these sons, yes, you're going to be ready, and there's this big evil force known as the Foot Clan. And you guys don't know, the Foot Clan are these evil dudes who, the reason why they're called the Foot is because they like trampling on good people. Yeah, that's why they're called the Foot Clan. So then we cut to April O'Neil, played by everyone's favourite actress, Megan Fox, not really. And she's interviewing this guy, and she's also works at Channel 6 News, no one's taking her seriously, and one night, she sees the Foot Clan attacking, and she sees the vigilantes, and she takes pictures of the symbols, even though the phone's clearly looking at her. She tries to tell Whoopi Goldberg, someone who I don't even know in Hollywood, she tells April, go away, we don't know what you're talking about. Then one night she meets Eric Sachs, who's a mentor, who is evil. And then she gets attacked by the so-called clan. And then she meets Karate, who has no purpose as a film. And then she meets the Turtles, who are really cracking it. And Mikey is hitting on her right after they meet each other. Creepy. Then they find out, oh wait a minute, that's the person who saved their lives. She also finds out it's their pets. Yeah, no, it's stupid, but hey. We find out that Eric Sachs works for the Shredder, who, if you guys don't know, Shredder is a big plank of wood. They attack the Turtles' hideouts after a bit of exposition. There's this whole fight scene going on. It's Jonathan Liebes and Michael Bay style fight. Splinter's wounded, the Turtles get arrested, and Lego Batman takes Megan Fox and Raphael to fight with Shredder, and there's this whole big mountain fight, and they have to go get to Shredder, because his big plan is he wants to send this fiend up that will make everyone, I guess, I don't know, kill everyone, I don't know, and this will, and then Sachs Corporation, Sachs Company, the or that will need their help. New York's gonna be this quarantine for 30 days, so they could get the mutagen to make New York fine, and Eric Sachs will be rich, even though he already is rich. So there's no point to that. It's Amazing Spider-Man. So the Turtles have this big fight with Shredder. There's big CGI stuff flying around. And the movie ends with an explosion, and it ends with a joke. And all the shows, you may not know what just happened, but a lot of you probably bored by the X-Men plots. So, yeah, that being said, is there anything I like about this film? The CG's nice. The action's good. Brian Teddy's music is great. That was it. The characters are uninteresting. The actors are fine. The plot makes no sense. And the film's too short. I know, and that to some people may be a good thing. But that tends to overcomplicate stuff when you're trying to make a movie an hour and a half. Like, you can say all you will about Transformers, but at least Transformers, at least the plot, at least in the first film, not the crappy movies after that, at least that kind of made sense. This is an hour and a half. And of course, you guys already knew that. And, it makes no sense. Like, why does Eric Sachs need to be rich? Because we know he's rich if you guys watch the film, and if you guys haven't watched the film. And the guy wants to be, like, super rich. But there's no point. There's no point to being, super rich. When you already are rich. If you want to do that, then go to a casino. I mean, go to the casino, mate. You know what I mean? That you can get more money and you'll be even more rich than you already are. Common sense is your friend. Eric Sachs is good, but already explained his motivation, so it makes no sense. Shredder, why is he in this film? I don't know why. Because it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You can't have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie without Shredder in it. Unless you're Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 or the 2007 movie. But I digress. If you guys don't know, originally Eric Sachs was gonna be Shredder. But because of the first trailer, they had to reshoot the movie. Which I don't know why, because the Shredder that we got is a bland piece of wood. He is blander than Bella, and that is something that's shocking to say. But he is. The guy has no development. He has no motivation. The guy is just an added addition to the film, and you can see that. You can see that throughout the majority of the film. That made no sense. The designs of the turtles, they're fine. Shredder, I don't know. Shredder and Splinter have the weirdest looking designs I have seen in a comic book movie, or in a movie for general. Splinter looks like a Fu Manchu, despite the fact that he's not even Japanese in this version, and he doesn't look like a rat, or maybe that's what rats look like. And Shredder, the only reason that the Shredder has to fight the Turtles in this film is by an armor that looks like a Transformer. That's weird. Well, you don't need to have him. Maybe you guys can say, well, these turtles are very big, so he needs to fight them. But if you watch the original, I'm sorry to draw parallels, but when you watch the original, all the guy had to do was, the guy was in these normal clothes, and he could take out the turtles without any problem. But I guess since the turtles are like 7 foot tracks with turtle packs on them, I guess you need to. and since they could lift up large crates, so yes, that makes sense. The action's fine, but there's a bit of shaky cam, and it tries to go for that Michael Bay slow-mo crap, which only works if you're Michael Bay. There's not much to really talk about this movie when all is said and done. It's just it's this big, dumb action movie with a ton of effects, a convoluted story, two three-dimensional characters. It's a fine movie. That's all I can say. And now all I have to give it is a rating. It's a 5 or a 6 out of 10. And that's all I can say. I'm sorry if you guys feel disappointed that I was messing about, but there's nothing to really talk about this movie. It's just an hour and a half of effects and action with a story going on. That's all it is. And now the shadows will probably be that. It'll probably be 2 hours of action and effects. Comedy. Well, there's a story going on. I'm gonna go watch Warcraft now. Actually, you know what? Since I was, no, that's CGI. I'll watch that and I'll watch Alice Through the Looking Glass. So long, suckers. I'm the Terran City, and if you don't like this film, then, well, you probably have a reason to. So yeah, that's all it is. Bye. Some Ninja Turtles are always trying to ice skate uphill. That made no sense whatsoever. Shut up.